Hi guys, today I'm going to be preparing a chicken, and the marinade that I'll be using is going to be somewhat of a copycat of what Pollo Loco does, okay? You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. So I've done some of the preparation beforehand. Let me go ahead and show you what I've done to get it to this point, okay? Because now it's ready for the oven. Take a look. Alright guys, so I'm going to be testing this recipe on camera today, and this is supposed to be Pollo Loco copycat, okay? And I said supposed to be because I've changed a couple of things out of it to make it my own because I just didn't have the ingredient. So let's start off. First of all, we're going to need chicken. I think this is a little bit too much chicken, but this is what I had. You only need about 4 pounds of chicken that's suitable for frying. And I've washed this off already with some lemon juice and cleaned off as much of the fat as I can get off. And so now it's time to make the marinade, and let me go ahead and show you the ingredients that you're going to need to do the marinade. Here are the ingredients for the marinade. 6 ounces of pineapple juice. This is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and you can use lime juice. This is a tablespoon of distilled white vinegar. This is 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and you can use vegetable oil. Half a teaspoon of salt. 2 cloves of garlic that's minced, and you know I buy mine like this already, so I just measured out like a tablespoon. This is half a teaspoon of oregano that's dried and crumbled. 1/8 teaspoon of crushed pepper. We're gonna need 8 drops of yellow food dye. That's what makes it yellow, guys. And then we need like a tablespoon of chili peppers that's minced, and you take the seeds out and you take the stems off. I don't have the chili peppers, so I'm using jalapeno, which is what I like better. So let's get started with the marinade. Alright guys, so I'm having fun in the kitchen today because I know Joe is going to enjoy this dinner when he gets home, as long as it comes out good, alright? So the marinade is a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just dump everything in here, alright? So this is the pineapple juice. I'm going to go ahead and dump the oil, then the lemon juice, and the distilled white vinegar. And of course, it does not matter the sequence in which you add these ingredients to the container, okay? So I'm adding the garlic here, and then the salt. And let's not forget the other ingredients. This is the pepper, and this is just some crushed black pepper, the oregano, the jalapeno, and don't forget the drops of yellow dye, all right? So it's 8 drops, so I'm counting 1, 2, 8. See how quickly I did that? And then now I just go ahead and stir this up, and it's smelling really, really good right now, guys. It smells tasty. Ooh, I can't wait. This looks legit already, doesn't it? I always wondered how come they had some yellow in it, and I wondered if they put curry or cumin, but all it is stupid yellow dye, okay? So we're going to be moving on now to the chicken, and I'm going to put some in a separate thing first to see how far my marinade goes, alright? Alright, so I took out like 3 pieces of the legs and quarters, and it also has the back on it, okay? Let me get this. I hate that blood. And first of all, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on this. I'm not going to put Belize and ricotta. I'm not going to put paprika. I'm not going to put anything that's going to change the color of the marinade, all right? So just sprinkle a little bit of salt on each piece. And set that aside. After generously sprinkling sea salt on both sides of each piece of chicken, I'm now adding some black pepper, and just lightly. And then now I'm adding the marinade, and I want to lift up each piece so that each piece can get generously doused with the marinade, okay? So then I'm going to pour the rest on top, and now it's ready to go into a reclosable bag. So because I don't have the 1-gallon Ziploc bag available right now, I've just put each piece in one of these little sandwich bags, and just make sure I pour the marinade evenly on all of them. And you're really supposed to set this overnight, but I'm going to set it for like 8 hours and then do it later for dinner, okay? So I'm going to set it in the fridge for about 6 to 8 hours, and then when I come back, we're going to be baking them, all right? This is right at the 4-hour mark, and what I'm doing is using a barbecue brush to apply a little bit of olive oil to this baking sheet. This is going to help us with the cleanup afterwards, okay? Then now I just place a little piece of silver foil here, or aluminum foil. We say silver foil in Belize. And then now I'm adding some more olive oil to the top of the aluminum foil. because my cousin Cindy gave me some advice and she says this will help a whole lot with the cleanup. Cooking is fun, but cleaning up sucks, so I'm always trying to make it easy for us. So now I've placed a piece of the chicken onto the baking sheet, and then I pour the marinade back into this cup. Then what I'm using the brush now to do is just put back on some marinade onto the chicken, and then now it's ready for the oven. So now I have the oven preheated at 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's time to stick these in, okay? And I've put it on the top shelf, and I'm going to be keeping a close eye on them so that we can make sure that they don't burn, all right? This is right at about 20 minutes later, and what I'm doing is using the barbecue brush to brush some of the marinade on top. I haven't flipped them over yet, but I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to use a pair of tongs because this is the advice of my cousin Cindy. Normally I would use a serving fork and just kind of poke at it near the bone of the thigh to make sure that it is cooking. But she says if I do that, I'm going to release all the juice and the chicken's going to come out dry. She told me not to worry because it will cook because the heat is that high, okay? So now I'm brushing some marinade on this part and just a matter of sticking it back in the oven for another 20 minutes or so. So Joe just got in and he's gonna be the judge. Take a look. I've got two sets here.
That was good.
This one is the one that I did for the show. Remember, this one didn't have any powdered ricotta or paprika in it. And Jada did the same marinade, but she put some powdered ricotta in this one.
Like this one.
And Joe likes this one. We like our stuff goldeny, I think. But you know what? They both taste fantastic. They really do, right, Joe? Mm-hmm. Joe was like over there eating that one, right over there. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I said, you know you're eating your dinner, right? Don't be trying to taste test in here and think you're going to get more. So it's beautiful, right? If you like the video, hit like below for me. Please share it with your friends and family. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And until I see you guys again, take care. Thank you so much for liking the video and subscribing. Please check out my other two channels, the product review channel, Bear Pantry Talk, and come have some fun with my family and me over at the vlog channel, Babs Bear Talk.